Now, questions 16 and 17. Read the directions. I got caught earlier when we did your little group chapter review. I didn't read the directions, and I started doing a question. And it's like, whoa. I realized it was asking, I thought it was surface area, and it was asking for volume. It totally changes. So the most important part of a question, go read the directions. I want the surface area. Now, on here, 16 is a rectangular prism. I want you to think of a top and bottom. I have a front and back, and I have a left and right. Sure. Top and bottom, I have. Who wants to tell me the dimensions of the top and bottom? What's the dimensions of the top and the bottom? Trinity.
Rectangle?
Rectangle. And rectangle means length times width. What are the actual numbers I'm supposed to use for my rectangle, though? Anybody got that? Not everybody at once. Mitch? 0.5 and 1.1. When I multiply that out, I get 55. Slide it over two spots. It's 0.55, 0.55. And you betcha, centimeter times a centimeter is going to give me a centimeter squared. I'm 1/3 of the way down with the question. Next part. That's the top and the bottom. Let's go with the front. Front is right here. Who wants to raise their hand and tell me what's the dimensions of the front? It's also technically a rectangle, but a square. Yeah, Courtney.
0.5 times 0.5.
Perfect. 0.5 times 0.5 is 0.25. 0.25 and 0.25. Rectangular prism, they have matching sides. That's why the more complex formula actually does 2 times the length times the width, 2 times the width times the height and all that. And my left side, right side. I can see the right side, it's 1.1 times 0.5 gives me 0.55 again. Now, just add all up your totals. We did talk about the fancier formula. You could take one of each equals times by 3. Who's got my final answer for question 16? Not everybody at once, though. What do you get when you add them all up? Nick, what do you got? 2.7. 2.7. Now, hey, I'm working on an area. What kind of units do I need? Anybody? Centimeter squared. Now, my formula for that I used over and over. Length times width for rectangles. Question 17. Got a pyramid here. I have a square on the bottom. 5 times 5. I have 4 triangles. Triangles have formulas of area equals base times height divided by 2. I have square on the bottom of length times width or side times side. Usually we've been just saying, hey, use length times width or side times side. Doesn't matter. So I go 5 times 5 for my bottom on here. 25. I'm just writing that in because I know that off the top of my head. I can do that. Now, I have a triangle. Base of 5, height of 9. I need to do 5 times 9 divided by 2. 5 times 9 is 45. Who can raise their hand and tell me what's 45 divided by 2? Mitch? 22.5 feet squared. Now, shorten this question up. I have 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides over here, 4 sides. Times this by 4. What do I get when I add all them up? I want to give you the answer. What do I get when I add them all up? All 4 triangular sides have an area of what? Add it up. Or you're supposed to do 22.5 times 4. What do I get? 22.5 times 4. Should be right on your page. Ellie. 90. Now, and that's square feet. Take your 25, your 90, add them all the way up. What do I get as my final answer? Rory.
115.
115 square feet.